With the newly developed turbochargers for the GTS models, we can increase performance by 20 horsepower versus the previous models, and by 30 horsepower for the current Carrera S model. The engine now delivers 450 horsepower, or 331 kilowatts. The peak torque of 550 Nm can be reached at just over 2,000 revs, achieving a usable rev range of 5,000 RPM. With the Porsche PDK double-clutch transmission, the Carrera GTS Coupe is able to achieve optimum acceleration of 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.7 seconds. The top speed of all models is over 300 kilometers an hour. With the Carrera GTS Coupe with rear-wheel drive and manual gearbox, reaching the highest speed of 312 kilometers an hour. With Sport Plus mode active, the engine is even more responsive. The PDK is designed with the shortest shift times and the best possible switching points for maximum acceleration. The transmission shifts down earlier and extends the time between gear shifting. Intermediate acceleration is activated automatically when downshifting. In this mode, launch control also makes a racing start possible. The GTS is frugal in this respect. Despite the increase in power of 7% versus the 911 Carrera S and more than 4% over its predecessors, the new 911 Carrera GTS consumes less fuel. The new sound of the GTS is equally impressive. We believe the sports exhaust system with central tailpipes and increased idle speed is particularly well made and emotive. It ensures a particularly full sound. The performance programs Normal, Sport and Sport Plus can be set using the mode switch integrated in the standard Sport Chrono package. Drivers can configure their preferred settings using the individual program for an even more personalized driving style.
The new GTS models in the 911 model line are positioned towards the sporty end of the spectrum. They are positioned between the Carrera S, which is also a very sporty car, and the GT3, the design for which is perhaps even more focused on driving on the racetrack. This means that while the GTS models are sporty, they are also perfectly suited for everyday life. They represent the best compromise for the sporty driver who also uses their car on a daily basis. Under the GTS acronym, we are now offering 5 additional models for the 911 line. The Coupe with rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive versions, the Cabriolet with rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive versions, and the Targa with just all-wheel drive versions. 3 characteristics best describe the GTS models. First of all, they deliver the highest performance. They are suitable for day-to-day use, as expected for a 911, and they are exceptionally emotive. At Porsche, the acronym GTS stands for Gran Turismo Sport. This means driving at high speeds for long journeys, and not just for a couple of seconds. This describes the characteristics of our new GTS models best of all. The GTS models are also very attractively priced. They feature all the equipment you could possibly need: a high-quality exterior, center-lock wheels, a very exclusive interior with Alcantara inserts, contrast stitching, and so on, as well as a powerful turbo motor, series standard sport chassis, and sports exhaust system. The performance of the new GTS models combined with the sporty equipment makes the cars extremely appealing. In comparison to the previous GTS model, the new GTS is now 10% more economical, and yet its performance on the racetrack is much stronger. This means the car is actually the perfect combination, not only for driving on the racetrack, but also for day-to-day use. The new GTS models also evoke significantly stronger emotions. The combination of the powerful motor and the sports exhaust system gives the car its own characteristic sound. The GTS models are particularly exclusive thanks to the extremely high-quality standard equipment. This even includes some features which can really only be found in the GTS and no other model.